Shloka 2.72. Yesha Brahmi Sthitif Partha Nainam Prapya Vimuhyati Sthitva Syamanta Kalepi Brahma Nirvanam Richati. Yesha Brahmi Sthitif Partha Nainam Prapya Vimuhyati Sthitva Syamanta Kalepi Brahma Nirvanam Richati. Yesha Brahmi Stithif Partha Nainam Prapya Vimuhyati Sthitva Syamanta Kalepi Brahma Nirvanam Richati. Please recite after me. Yesha Brahmi Stithif Partha
Yesha
Stithif Partha Nainam Prapya Vimuhyati Sthitva Syamanta Kalepi Brahma Nirvanam Richati. Yesha Brahmi Stithif Partha Nainam Prapya Vimuhyati Sthitva Syamanta Kalepi Brahma Nirvanam Richati. Yesha Brahmi Stithif Partha Nainam Prapya Vimuhyati Sthitva Syamanta Kalepi Brahma Nirvanam Richati. Word for word meaning and translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Yesha this Brahmi spiritual Stithihi situation Partha O son of Pritha Na never Enam this Prapya achieving Vimuhyati one is bewildered Sthitva being situated Asyam in this Antakale at the end of life Api also Brahma Nirvanam the spiritual kingdom of God Richati one attains. Translation. That is the way of the spiritual and godly life.
That is the way of spiritual and godly life.
After attaining which,
After attaining which,
a man is not bewildered.
man is not bewildered.
If one is thus situated,
One is situated,
even at the hour of death,
even at the hour of death,
one can enter into the kingdom of God.
one can enter into the kingdom of God.
So this is Lord Krishna's concluding statement to Arjuna in this chapter. So all along, Lord Krishna has been speaking about the qualities of a sthita prajna in response to Arjuna's question of how does this person look, how do they walk, how do they talk. So in response to that one question, Lord Krishna has spoken the rest of chapter 2. So Krishna is concluding by saying that if one practices Krishna consciousness, one is not bewildered. Even when you're alive, you're not bewildered. In the sense, you're not beset by anxiety because of the ups and downs in life. And then Krishna is giving one more hint. He's giving a sneak preview of what he's going to speak in chapter 8. Again, in response to Arjuna's question. So here Krishna is saying, if one can think about him and be on the spiritual transcendental platform, even at the time of death, Krishna says one can enter into the kingdom of God. So if at the time of death, one can remember Krishna, Krishna will remember you and take you back. The reason why ISKCON has been set up is to give us an opportunity to practice Krishna consciousness throughout our life, so that at the time of death, we can remember Krishna. Because if we remember Krishna at the time of death, Krishna will personally come to take us back to the kingdom of God. So Krishna is stating clearly, he has spoken very briefly about the different types of yoga in chapter 2. Karma yoga, sakama karma yoga, nishkama karma yoga, jnana yoga, bhakti yoga. So ultimately Krishna is saying, you have to remember me. Let alone remember me throughout your life. You should try to remember me at the time of death. Because that's our final exam, remember? We are preparing and studying throughout our life so that at the final exam, if we can remember Krishna, then Krishna says, you'll come back to me. It doesn't matter how horrible of a person you may have been in previous lives. It doesn't matter how many sins and offenses you would have committed in your previous lives. Just by remembering Krishna at the time of death, Krishna says, you will enter Golok Vrindavan. So that is the topmost platform of practicing Krishna consciousness, that at the time of death, we can remember Krishna. This is the essence of this shloka 2.72.